Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a bonus wear test Wednesday. I know I do these every other week on my channel, but I wanted to include an extra one because there was a product that came in that I was super excited to test out. So make sure to subscribe before you leave because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you're enjoying the wear test Wednesdays and if you want them to keep coming, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. All right, you guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I finally got my hair done. So I apologize if there's a little bit of hair dye left. I tried to get it all, but that's just how getting your hair done is. This is the hair color that's called like mushroom brown. So it's a little darker on the top and then it does fade to kind of a cool tone brown toward the ends. And I got some length cut off because I was tired of the super long hair. My ends were split. It was just a lot to be hiking and having my hair everywhere. I left it up most of the time because I was just kind of done with it. So yeah, updated hair and haircut, and I'm loving it. I think it looks really good, and I just love the length. I think this is just short enough for me. It's not like, you know, to my shoulders or anything. It's still definitely a longer hairstyle, but it's much shorter than I had before. I did cut 3 inches off, so props to me because change is scary for me and it makes me uncomfortable talking about it, but I did it and I'm happy that I did it. It's like the first time that I cut my hair shorter and I was happy that I did it. If you're new here, I do a wear test every other week on my channel where I test out a new product. It could be a skin tint, a BB cream, a foundation, a new lip product, something that claims to be either long lasting or good for oily skin. And I test it out for 10 hours and then share my thoughts with you on my first impressions of how it wore. So today we're going to be testing out the Sugar Rush Tarte Skin Treat. It is the blurring skin tint. This has SPF 20 in it. Here's what the packaging looks like. It does have this really cute, very young, appealing type of packaging. I would actually think that a lot of teenagers would go to this just because of how the packaging looks. So this is a new brand like under Tarte, I think. It's called Sugar Rush. This product retails for $29. It looks like there are 8 shades of this. I have the shade Fair. Now it may be a little too light for me right now, but most of the year I am fair. It has 4.5 stars, 38 reviews, ships for free. So details, it says feel fresh and fine on a dime with this non-comedogenic, long-wearing, lightweight skin tint available in 8 flexible shades for a natural matte finish and healthier looking skin. Says it helps even skin tone while keeping the shine under control. It's infused with diamond powder to help blur imperfections and diffuse light. It will not irritate your skin. It can be applied with your fingers, which is great. And it says contact lens safe. What does that even mean? If you know me, I have oily skin. I am always on the hunt to find a skin tint, a BB cream, a CC cream, something that is geared more towards oily skin because I feel like all of them are very dewy and hydrating, and I'm not about that. I want something to have a little bit more of a matte finish, but still give me the lightweight coverage that a skin tint or a BB cream / CC cream provides. And there's not a whole lot out there. My favorite from the drugstore is CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. That's amazing. It's actually a good medium coverage. This is supposed to, you know, definitely be a skin tint. It's not even a BB or a CC cream. It's just a tint. So I'm not thinking that it's going to give me a lot of coverage, which is fine. I like things like this on days that I'm just like not about the full face of makeup or I'm just hanging out at home like the last couple months have been. So yeah, let's go ahead, hop in to actually testing out the product. All right, so here's an up close look. Wow, you can really see all of the hair dye. You're welcome, internet. You get 1 ounce of product, which is standard. This is what the packaging looks like. It does say Skin Treat. Pretty much like it's like the same packaging style. It does have diamonds everywhere. It looks very young. It looks like this is very much geared towards younger girls. So I don't know, let's try it out. I am going to go in with my Revlon Primer. I use this for all of my Wear Test Wednesdays just so I'm keeping a consistent base and that's not necessarily affecting the foundation. I feel like lately I've only been doing medium full coverage looks or nothing. Like it's that or it's just the extreme opposite ends. This, as you can see, is a squeeze bottle, so this would be good for travel. It's not glass or anything. This is always what happens with these. Just be careful. It could start blurting product. I am going to try to take a beauty blender first because I do prefer a beauty blender to apply products like this, but it may not be enough. Like I may need to use a brush, especially because it's a skin tint. Oh no. This would be good if in the winter time. In the summer, I definitely could go down a shade. I think I could be the next shade down, but I like getting shades that I'm probably gonna wear most of the year rather than just like a darker shade for summer. And it's affordable. So if I like it and if I want to buy, you know, a darker shade for summertime, I definitely could see myself doing that because it is a good price. All right, I'm gonna take a brush and just take some of that. Let's see if it adds some coverage. It feels very silky smooth on the skin. So it did add some coverage, but it's kind of moving it around. So what I would recommend is going back over with a sponge just to like even it out a little bit. This kind of reminds me of the Dior Backstage foundation. Okay, what's happening on my nose? I cannot get the product out of my nose and it's just like slipping around. All right, so far I like it best with a beauty blender. I do think that you have to layer it a little bit to get more than a light coverage. It is covering up my acne, you know, okay. I don't know, the formula is, I might have to just like allow it to set down or something because I feel like it just looks patchy and it looks like it's kind of just sitting on the skin. So I don't know if adding some powder and stuff on top will help with that. And this does feel like it slips and slides a bit. I think if you have dry skin and you're trying to wear this, you would have to set it down. And just be careful because it's like when I'm re-going over some of the areas, it's kind of lifting up the product. All right, I'm gonna take just a little more. Apply it just very lightly to my cheeks just to see if this helps with the patchiness. All right, this product seems a little finicky. Like you have to be careful when you're building this up because it can just move the product around, make it look like it's more sitting on top of your skin rather than blending in. So I was definitely able to build this up. Like I said, it's just, ooh, that did not look good. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys just real up close. So we are the closest my camera goes, but here's how the skin is looking. As you can see, like I feel like it's breaking up on my nose right here and it's sinking into right here. When I touch my skin, this is definitely very tacky. It's just like sinking into my nose line and I've tried to blend it in, but it just ends up moving it around and it kind of looks like it's sitting on my nose, sitting on my forehead. I think my cheeks look okay. It's just kind of like this area. My thoughts are kind of right now. It seems really finicky. Like maybe I just used too much, but this is the coverage that I would want from a skin tint. So maybe it just doesn't build well. I don't know. And it did say apply with fingers, so I wonder if that would have made a difference if I applied it not with a beauty blender. Just gonna keep you guys zoomed in. I'm gonna take the Catrice HD Liquid Camouflage Concealer. Let's see if we can kind of fix this whole situation a little bit. So the concealer is blending nicely on top of it. And I will say now that I've blended it in, it took a little longer than normal to blend in, but it doesn't look as bad as it did in the very beginning. I'm gonna take my powder, taking the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm gonna set everything down, and right now it is basically 12:30, so I'm gonna call the check-in time 12:30. I don't know, it may sit like really nicely with powder on top of it, I don't know. Okay, so here's how it looks set down. I'm not the happiest with how it looks, but I don't think it looks horrible. I can definitely see it sitting on my skin, like especially right here. I don't know what's going on right here. Can you guys see that? It just looks a little patchy, and so maybe I just need to use my fingers next time or something. I don't know. Like I said, it's 12:30, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish up the rest of my makeup. I will come back and share how everything else blended on top. Right now it is a powder finish, like it doesn't feel sticky anymore, but it definitely was harder to blend because it just would kind of pick up the product as I was blending. So with that being said, let's apply the rest of my makeup. Let's see how everything sits on top, and I will share kind of how my thoughts with the rest of my makeup on. Hey guys, I'm back. It is 12:48, but like I said, we're calling check-in time at 12:30 because that's when I finished putting on the skin tint. So let's talk about it for a second. It does look better than when I first applied it. Everything applied well on top of it. I think that it looks nice from afar. When you start looking close, you can definitely see some areas that it is like clinging a little bit. I don't think that the patchiness looks as bad as it did when I first applied it too. This seems to have, I don't know if it just like warmed up to my skin. I wouldn't say that this is an amazing product yet. I'm gonna have to see how it wears. If it's worth like the finickiness of trying to get it to look right when it can be picked up a little bit by your beauty blender or your brush. It came together well, minus the little spots that I can see that are kind of clinging and a little bit of patchiness on my cheek right here. But other than that, I do think that it looks nice. It looks natural and it feels nice and lightweight on the skin. It doesn't really feel like I have anything on my skin right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go throughout my day. I will check back at the very end of the evening and share my final thoughts with you. It is going to be a late one because I started this super late, but that's okay. If you guys have tried this, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Is there like a better way to get this to work other than a beauty blender or a brush? All right, you guys, I will check back in at the very end of the evening. All right, you guys, I'm back. It is 10:30 in the evening, so I've had this on for 10 hours now. I do want to show you how it wore on my skin. This is really like the first time looking at my skin up close since I put it on this morning. So I would not say that this is incredibly oil controlling. I'm definitely very oily on my forehead, around my nose. It definitely looks like it has broken down on my nose, and it looks about as patchy as it did this morning, which bums me out. It definitely broke down on my chin. I just wouldn't say that my foundation looks great after 10 hours. I definitely have CC creams and BB creams that wear better than this. So I'm gonna give it a couple more tries. My cheeks do look nice, but my nose and my forehead and my chin just are like a wreck, which is where I get oily. So for this to be more of a matte type of skin tint, I don't know about it. I don't know. So my thoughts are kind of like, I would not say that this is anything amazing off of first impression. I'm definitely going to have to continue to try it out and see if I can make it work for my skin. I do think that it was nice and felt comfortable on the skin throughout the day, and I did like the amount of coverage that I got. I think it just looked like from the start it didn't look great on my chin, my forehead, or my nose, and that's kind of where it's broken down throughout the day as well. I actually looked at reviews on Ulta this afternoon about it, and a lot of people had said that it just like broke down and clung to weird dry patches, which is exactly what it was doing for me. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna have to keep you updated if my thoughts change, but just based from today, I'd give it like maybe 4 out of 10. Like, it's, my thoughts are not great on it. So if you have a different experience, I'd love to know down in the comments. And if you tried this, please let me know how it worked out for you and what skin type you have, because maybe it'll work better. But I can't see it working better for dry skin because it clung to my dry patches, which is odd. So I don't even have dry patches because I'm oily. So what is that about? So there you have it. Those are my thoughts about the skin tint. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.